How we doing? Hello. It has been a hot minute. Hi, my name is Satenda and welcome back to my channel. It has been so long, so I decided to do a kind of like catch up, get ready with me situation. My hair still looks like this from when I went to sleep. We're gonna figure that out. So without further ado, let's just get into it. I'm going to be linking or putting a list of all the products that I use down below, because today we're just gonna chat. We're gonna talk things through. My mirror is here, so I feel like the best angle for us to be doing this is this. Okay, so I can still see into my mirror. Oh my goodness, so much has happened since the last time we communicated with each other. Well, one, I run out of this. I have not. There's heaps. Hold on. What am I gonna use to stick it? Oh, I'll just use this. Where did I leave off? I think the last time you saw me, or the last time we spoke, was around Vlogmas. Oh my gosh, Vlogmas is actually so hard. I don't know why I thought that I could do it. It's actually a lot to be filming, editing, and posting every single day. And it was fine when I was just at home, because it was just like a part of my day. But the minute I started traveling, the minute I started doing things, it became a little overwhelming, because I also had like actual paid work to be doing at the same time. So that was a lot for me personally. And what happened? I know I went to Adelaide, and I know I said that there was going to be an Adelaide vlog. I have edited half of it, but then the other half ended up because I broke my SD card halfway through the trip, and so I filmed the other half on my phone. It's still on my phone, but just doesn't want to leave my phone. Even when I tried to upload it just to try and edit it on Splice, it's not downloading itself. So it's in the cloud. The footage exists somewhere. It's just not with me anymore. So that's that situation. And then I fell behind a little bit, and then I caught up, and I went to Sydney. And when I went to Sydney, I think that might have been the last time that you saw me, I feel. I went to Sydney for You Fest. It's kind of like what's it, like Kids Choice Awards, but for TikTok in Australia only. And so that was really fun. Whilst I was there, I was actually filming content for a brand called Majori. They do jewelry, and it's actually the jewelry that I'm wearing here now. And so I was filming content for that, and I wanted to film it on my camera because I wanted it to be really nice, wanted it to be really high quality. And you know what I did? I was filming everything, camera goes low battery. I say, oh no, let me go and charge it. I leave the charger at home, and so I wasn't able to, because I was going to also vlog the night as well. And so I wasn't able to do that. I was just able to get just enough content for the ad that I had to film for Majori, which actually turned out really nice. It was one of my favorite things that I filmed last year. But yeah, so that really discouraged me. And then I came home, had a bit of a sook, and then I got back into it. But then within that same week, what else happened? So before that, I cracked the screen of the camera. The week before that, I cracked the screen of the camera, and I went back to Sydney again, and that happened at the For You Fest. And I came home, and then I went to Pilates. And I was going to do a nice little chill vlog. That day I was gonna do like a spa day situation, like at home, using like Christmas themed products. I get home only to discover that my Frank Green bottle, this one that's still in my life, betrayed me and leaked for the first time all over my camera. and that was the end of my camera. I did put it in rice to try and fix it, nothing worked, and that was the end of it. So yeah, that brings us to now, where I've got a new camera. On the plus side, it now means that I have like 2 batteries, 2 chargers, although it's a very expensive way of getting to that point. So that's the last time that you saw me, I believe. Aside from like if you follow me on Instagram and stuff and TikTok, you would know what's been going on. But if you don't, let me fill you in. This has been a long process of preparing my skin, but I love it. Okay, so Christmas happened. Christmas was nice. Christmas was lovely. We had a friend come over, and then after Christmas was just pretty chill. Then New Year's came about, and I loved my New Year's. It was just me and Zach for New Year's, and it was our first New Year's completely alone, and we didn't make like crazy plans for New Year's. I always feel like whenever you make plans or you hype up your plans for New Year's, it like the New Year's you end up having is just really underwhelming when you put too much pressure on it. And so we just made our favorite dinner at home. We then ate it, of course, and then we went out to the river to watch the fireworks on the bridge, which was really nice. Our first New Year's in Melbourne, and so that was really nice. And then January came. Oh my gosh, I don't know if it was just me, but January felt like half of the year. January took so long to finish. So the first week of January was so good. I set my intentions, I did lots of goal setting, and I was, you know, continuing on with my amazing wellness routines. And then I went to Perth for 2 days because we went to Singapore and Malaysia for Chinese New Year. So my partner Zach is Singaporean, and that was so much fun. But I had to go to Perth first because when we booked the tickets, we didn't know that we were going to be living in Melbourne, which kind of goes to show how quickly we decided and then ended up moving to Melbourne. We booked the tickets, and then a month later we were like, hey, let's move to Melbourne, and then a month after that we left. So this looks really red on camera, but in real life it's my perfect exact shade match. That's really weird. Anyway, so we did that, which was so much fun. I ate so much, and so much good food. I did a bit of shopping as well. I didn't vlog that trip, 1 because I didn't have the camera, and 2 because it was more like a family-based trip. And the only thing that I would say about traveling there, Singapore a bit, well, because the places that we went to in Singapore were like local places, so like where his family and grandma lived, and so it was like, it wasn't like a tourist space where they would expect to see people that look like me, to see black people. And so I got stared at so much, and it was actually quite draining. It wasn't as bad as the way that I was stared at when I went to China. I went to Beijing in my 3rd year of uni, 2nd or 3rd year of uni, I can't remember, and that was a lot. Like, if you've ever traveled to a country where you're not from, or a country that doesn't see that many black people, it's actually pretty insane the responses you get. I had people following me, I had people calling their friends, FaceTiming their friends, taking photos. I had a few people take photos with me, but they wouldn't ask, they'll just kind of like grab me, which was really weird now that I think about it. Actually no, every time I think about it I think that it's weird. But yeah, so that was really draining, but other than that it was an amazing trip, getting to meet Zach's family and just to see where everyone's from, just to see where he's from and that kind of stuff. That was really nice. But it was like one house at the beginning of the day, then another house, then another house, and then like supper, then the next day was like, it was a very full-on schedule, and I was never left alone unless I was like sleeping or showering. Like, I wasn't by myself, and so my social tank, my battery was I don't know how I did it, but I did it, and I'm very proud of myself. And so when I came back to Perth, I was only back in Perth for like a couple of days, and that was really fun. I got to see friends and things like that, but there were, every single day there was 3 things. There was a breakfast, lunch, and a dinner every single day with different people, and that was so draining. But it was all people that I wanted to see, but everything started early and every day finished late. And so by the time I got back to Melbourne, I was sick. I got sick. I was so tired. I had the worst cold for a couple of days. Then I went away again. I went to Sydney for an event with Fenty, the Super Bowl event. That was so much fun, and I'm so glad that I flew over for that. It was so tiring. I left early in the morning and came back early in the morning. And I think since then, like since my trip actually, the big trip, I don't feel like I've gotten back into any kind of routine. I thrive when I have a routine, and I notice a big difference. I feel listless, like aimless, when I don't have a routine. And then, you know what else happened? It's just a series of unfortunate events. I was really tired from that trip, and then the next week I had, what did I have? Something happened. This is still, we've just finished February. February was a really short month. Well, obviously it's a short month, but it just went by so quickly. So 1 week I had a benefit event, which was so good. It was actually to launch this line of products, which I really, really loved. And on the way to that benefit event, I decided to take a scooter because I knew that I was going to be late because I was getting lost, and I was like, okay, let me just take a scooter. This is the 2nd scooter accident that I've had, and this time I was completely by myself. A man did walk past me and he didn't even stop to ask if I was okay. Sometimes humanity really disappoints me. But I fully scraped my hand. You can still see some of the scars. I scraped both of my knees, and I was actually wearing pants, but I wasn't going to. I was going to wear a dress, but the only reason I didn't wear the skirt that I was going to wear is because I didn't want to shave my legs. The one time being lazy has actually paid off for me, and I fell. I wanted to cry, but I didn't want to ruin my makeup, and I just kept it pushing. I kept walking. I didn't even look at my knees until I got home from the event because I didn't want to see the damage that I had done, but it was so bad. I was surprised that I didn't have blood dripping down my knees. It was actually so bad. And then even now it's healing, but every time I shower, the scabs kind of melt off and my knee looks like biltong, or jerky beef. It just, oh, it looks so bad. So I'm wearing pants tonight. I don't even tell you what I was getting ready for. I'm getting ready to go to Ed Sheeran. Very excited. Anyway, where were we? I'm talking a lot, but I'm hoping that you're keeping up and that you're understanding what I'm talking about and where this is going. But ooh, I'm trying to get this palette. Yeah, so I fell, and that meant that I couldn't do any workouts because a lot of it was like a lot of Pilates and things like that. It's things that you do on your knees, so that wasn't ideal. And then a couple of days after that, I start my period. And I have endometriosis, so even the week before I was already feeling like ovulation pains. And so then I start my period, and that's obviously as horrific as it usually is. And then my period ends, and I think to myself, thank God it's over. But then do you know what happens? I get sick! I get sick again! And today is the first day that I feel fully myself, but I feel like you can still hear it a little bit in my voice. I don't know if you can or if you can't. What's going on out there? Anyway, so that is what's been happening to my body. Which is why I feel like now I'm finally happy to feel normal and to feel like I can film my content. I have been making content this entire time, like my paid stuff and things like that, because I don't pay rent. But I'm so happy to be back on YouTube and to be talking to you, and I'm just so excited to film things. I'm so excited to be back. I am so thankful we hit 100,000 subscribers last week. How crazy is that? I was on 10,000 like at the end of last year, so to be on 100,000 already is just so insane to me. I just thank you so much, and I love my little YouTube family. I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel growing up, but I just never did it, and I'm so glad that I've done it now, because actually no, I did start a YouTube channel a few times, and I watched one of my archived videos yesterday. I embarrassed myself. It was so, and my voice sounded so different. It sounded so Australian, like Aussie bloke, and I don't know why. I think it has something to do with the fact that I was going to church at the time, and the church that I was going to, but yeah, so weird. But I feel like my voice is normal now. I don't know, but I have really been enjoying watching YouTube videos. I didn't want this video to be super long, and I feel like it's getting there because we're already at 20 minutes. But at the same time, I've been loving watching long YouTube videos, specifically Monet. I don't know if you know who Monet is. If you don't, you should really go check her out. Every time I watch her videos, I just feel like I'm on FaceTime with my friends, and it's just so nice, especially watching her get ready with me videos whilst I'm also getting ready. It's just so good. But this year is going to be a very fun and exciting year, I feel. I just feel like January, it didn't feel like the work year had started for me. I think because brands were just recovering from holiday season, people were on holidays and the offices had just opened. So now I feel like we're going for it, which I'm very excited about. Ooh, that was a lot, but it's okay. We've got it under control. But what have you been up to? I want to know what everyone's been up to since I've been away. Are we back at school? Are we enjoying our jobs? Let's powder it up a bit. I feel like every time I sit down to do my makeup and then film it, I just do my makeup in the most ridiculous order that I don't usually do it in. But I think because the fact that I'm having discussions, it's throwing me off. I also feel like there's so much that I need to update on the apartment. If you started following me when I moved, there has been so many changes. Even where I'm sitting now is like one of the biggest changes that I like, improvements to the apartment that I had been waiting on and I've been trying to figure out for a really long time, which is my makeup space. Obviously because most of my content is like skincare and makeup, so I needed a spot to film, and I don't use like lights and things like that, mostly because I don't understand them, but also because I feel like natural light for me works the best. I like using natural light the most, and so I now am set up in front of my bedroom window. So my bed is behind me, if you can see, and I've sorted out my makeup. So all of my makeup used to be in this thing, and now it's not, because that was a bit impractical, because I had to keep getting up to get things, number one, and number two, when I couldn't see the things, I wasn't using them. So now that I can see everything in front of me, I use other products more often. Obviously, like, we have our faves, but I get to discover more products, which is really, really good. Oh my gosh, today I just purchased 3 outfits. I just bought 3 outfits and I am so excited to wear them. I'll be wearing them. You'll actually only see them in May because 2 of them I bought for an ad that I'm doing, and 1 of them I bought for a specific event in May. Also my birthday. So yes. Okay, where are we? We're on mascara. Got my Rare Beauty. So I'm getting ready to go to Ed Sheeran. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I'm very, very excited to go. Hear me out. I don't like his new body of work. Like, I don't like his new stuff at all. But I'm going because this is a tour that's like, he's showcasing his current complete body of work. So I know that there'll be lots and lots of songs that I love. And then, surprise, surprise, yesterday he made, or was it yesterday? He just recently announced that he's working on a new album with Aaron Dessner. And Aaron Dessner worked on Folklore and Evermore with Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift linked Aaron and Ed together to work on Ed's new album. If you didn't love Taylor Swift enough already, I love her so much. And I'm so excited for this album. Am I forgetting anything? No, I feel like we're almost finished. That was so quick. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, this week was supposed to be such a fun week. So I was invited to a PR showcase, which I went to in Sydney. I have been to one in Sydney, and I've been to a Chemist Warehouse one here as well. This was with another PR group, and it was brands that I was actually really excited to see in person. So I'm very not happy that I was sick. And then my friend from Perth is in Melbourne, and she was invited to this cocktail event, and she asked me to be her +1, and I was like, of course, I love cocktails. And then I got sick, so I couldn't go. And then I've missed out on so many classes like Pilates and F45, and I need to get back into it. Get back into the game. I have been obsessed with using this brown eyeliner as the lip liner. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't know why my makeup looks insane on here. I need you to see what I'm seeing. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing. Can you? I don't know what's wrong, but this camera is doing me dirty right now. Oh, anyway, but it looks good. This looks good in person. I look insane. Anyway, I'm so glad that I feel better now because it's my friend's birthday tomorrow and we're going for bottomless brunch. I haven't been to a bottomless brunch in a long time, and I'm very excited. And you have to be fully well to enjoy a bottomless brunch, because obviously the drinks are bottomless and you don't want to be sick and like lit at the same time. It's not fun. I've never done it, actually. You know what, maybe it should be warmer. Should I do a gloss on top? I have the matching gloss for this. This is the RiRi matte lipstick. You know, I'm thinking I'm gonna do this with my hair, but like more serious. Nice. That looks good. Oh, you know what I realized I was missing? My signature sparkles. Very simple hairstyle. I don't plan on doing much. I actually also don't plan on like slicking it back well or doing edges or anything because I don't want to mess with my hair too much. I do have an appointment in, oh my gosh, in a week. Thank goodness. Gosh, I need to get my roots touched up, and what was I gonna say? I need to get my roots touched up. And on Monday and Friday this week, I have some very exciting Fashion Week events, Melbourne Fashion Week events. So I'm just relaxing my hair. No, like, not relaxing, I'm just giving my hair a chance to relax before those two events, and then before I get it done. I feel like I need to kind of show you, oh, my makeup looks normal now. What was going on with the lighting? I don't know, but she's looking good. I need to figure out what I'm gonna wear. I'm probably gonna wear pants because I haven't shaved. I haven't shaved since I fell because my knees are like, it would just be weird to shave around and have that like one hairy patch on my knees. So I haven't been wearing skirts. I've been wearing long dresses though, and pants. So the world hasn't seen my knees since the incident. Anyway, oh, you know what? I'm actually finished. That is me done. Like I said, I'll link everything down. I'm just looking at myself in the mirror just to make sure that I haven't missed anything. So I feel like I did my makeup so quickly today, but it's probably because I wasn't doing anything new. It might be new to you, but I've been doing this for the last couple of weeks. Anyway, it's so good to see you again. I'm so happy to be back, and I am so excited for this year. I'm so excited to be making more videos. I asked a week ago or a couple weeks ago what kind of videos you'd like to see from me, and so many of you let me know what you wanted to see, so I will be incorporating that into the schedule. I don't have a schedule yet, but I want to post regularly at the same time so that you know when to expect me on your screens. Yeah, I'm so excited for this year, and I'm so excited to take you along to places with me, to try new makeup things together. And thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mwah.